Hello, this is video number 30. It's about central angles and the measures of arcs. We've made it quite a way. We're almost done with this unit. But we need to talk a little bit about circles. So first, we want to find the measure of an arc. An arc is a part of a circle. So for instance, arc AB, that's what that little curved part of the symbol means up here. Arc AB, that's the part of the circle between points A and B. So this part I'm shading in right here. And later in the year, we'll talk about the length of it, but this is called the measure of the arc. The measure of the arc is a measure of the central angle that forms it or cuts it off in the circle. So we have a little bit better drawing here. So a central angle has its vertex at the center of the circle. That's why it's called a central angle. And one side goes through point A, and the other side of the angle goes through point B. Whatever the measure of the central angle is, in this case 116 degrees, that is the measure of the central arc, or the arc rather. Okay, AB is a minor arc because it's less than half the circle. The other part, going the other way, is a major arc because it's more than half the circle. The total measure of the circle is 360 degrees. So if we do 360 minus 116, I think we get 244. That would be the measure of this major arc on this side of the circle. So, but anyway, so the measure of an arc equals the measure of its central angle. Okay, we're going to do some practice problems. Here we have a bunch of central angles and arcs, and they ask us for all kinds of arcs. So on this problem, because they're asking for so many things, even before I start doing it, I'm just going to label all the arcs with their measure. So the easiest one to find is right here. The measure of arc ST is 35, so I'm going to put 35 degrees here. The measure of RQ is 60 because its central angle is 60 degrees, so this arc is 60 degrees. These three angles form a straight line, so I can find this angle here in the middle. It's 180 minus 60 minus 35. So I believe you get 85 degrees. Okay, so this arc is 85 degrees. What else can I find? These angles are vertical, so this angle is 35, and this arc is 35. What else can I find? Well, I can subtract all the arcs from 360 and get this last one. It's actually a little bit easier way. Half of the circle is 180 degrees. So I can just do 180 minus 35, and that's 145. So this arc is 145. And this angle is 145 also. There's a few ways we could have done that. Okay, so just to make life easier, I labeled the whole circle. I won't do that all the time, but in this problem I will. So we just run through this now. Measure of arc RS. That's from here to here. We already got that. That's 85. 85 degrees. PT. So PT is from here to here. That's 145. Those are minor arcs. They're less than 180 degrees. QP, where are you? QP right here. We found it. That's 35. See, I made life so much easier for myself by doing that. STP, if it has three letters, it's a major arc probably. Let's see, STP, actually that one's equal to 180. STP would be this half circle right here. It'd be 35 plus 45, which is 180. Sometimes we have to combine some of the measurements we have. Okay, RP, where are you? RP, that's these two combined, from R to P. I'm going to shade it in. That's all the way from there to there. It'd be 60 plus 35 is 95. And its central angle is 95. The central angle for RP is this big angle right here. I'll mark it. And that's 60 plus 35. So the measure of the arc is 95. The central angle is 95. Okay, RTP. RTP. They use three letters to avoid confusion. RTP is all the way around here. It would be 85 plus 35 plus 145. Okay, that's 180, and add 85 more, I think you get 265. Okay, SPR. SPR is 35 plus 145 plus, wait, SPR, where are you? SPR, oh wow, that's all the way around. SPR is all the way around here. Okay, you know what? It's everything but the 85. So I'm going to take a shortcut. I'm just going to do 360 minus 85 because it's the whole circle except for that 85. 360 minus 85 is 275, I believe. And QST is kind of getting complicated here. QST is, oh, that's the central angle. So QST is half a circle, 180 degrees. All right, it started simple, but it got kind of crazy. So let's do a couple more examples. We won't mark them up as so much. Here we go. So here we're just finding one angle. So one angle at a time. We may have to find a couple to get it, but they only ask for one arc measure. They're asking for KJL. KJL would be this arc I'm drawing in. You know what? It's the whole circle but 50 degrees. So we can do 360 because that's all the way around minus 50 and get 310. There are some other ways. We could have found out what this whole angle was, etc. We could have added this arc to that arc. That was the easiest. Okay, right here, IGH. Where are you? IGH. All right, that's all the way around except for this part. Well, I can figure out what this is. These two add to 180, so this is 40, this is 40, and the arc I want is everything but that. So it's going to be 360 minus 40, which is 320. Okay, it's almost all the circle, but except for 40 degrees of it. All right, we got two more examples, and we're done, and we'll be exploring this more in class. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what we're going to do. So EF, find the measure of EF. That's this little arc right here. That's a minor arc. It's less than a semicircle. So less than half a circle. All right, how can we find that? Well, these three angles add to 180. So if I subtract those from 180, let me see, that's 60, 55, that's 115. That leaves 65. Okay, since this angle is 65, this arc is 65, and we got it. All right, one more. I better enjoy this one. This is the last one. BD, that's from here to there. Okay, what can we do here? Oh, I see what. These two angles right here add to 180. So this must be 67. See the straight line right here? So that's what I was using. This angle plus that angle add to 180. And then, so since that's 67 degrees, this must be 67 degrees. And the arc I wanted right here is what you get when you add arc BC to CD. 67 plus 41 is 68, 108. Got it, 108 degrees. Okay, so we learned about central angles. The central angle has its vertex at the center of the circle, and the measure of the arc it cuts off is equal to the measure of the angle. All right, so I have a little journal assignment for you. This will be really quick. If you kind of caught what we were doing. There it is. So copy this circle in your journal and copy the points on the circle and the 66 and the 70 degrees, and then use those measures to find the measure of these four arcs. Okay, so good luck. See you in class.